The drama surrounding Naoya Inoue's rise in boxing has created something rare in the modern fight game. A champion who doesn't simply defeat opponents, but systematically dismantles them in ways that leave the entire boxing world stunned. Known as the Monster, Naoya Inoue has built a reputation that goes far beyond highlight reel knockouts. What makes him truly terrifying is the way every punch feels calculated, every step seems measured, and every exchange slowly closes the trap around his opponent. Fighters step into the ring believing they can solve the puzzle, but round by round they discover that the puzzle was solving them all along. When the Japanese superstar entered the ring against Jason Moloney in 2020, the stage was already set for another brutal chapter. Inoue had just emerged victorious from the brutal tournament of the World Boxing Super Series, where he unified the bantamweight division and proved that his power translated even against elite competition. Maloney came into the fight with confidence and determination, a pressure fighter who believed that aggression could disrupt the champion's rhythm. But the moment the bell rang, it became clear that Inoue's pace was something entirely different. He stalked forward with calm patience, jabbing with surgical precision, and every punch echoed with frightening force. Maloney attempted to counter, throwing sharp rights and stepping inside, but every move he made seemed to walk him deeper into danger. The pressure built slowly but relentlessly. Inoue's timing became sharper with each round, his hooks snapping around Maloney's guard, his uppercuts splitting the middle. By the middle rounds, Maloney's game plan had dissolved completely. Instead of dictating exchanges, he was reacting to them, trying to survive the storm rather than steer it. Then came the moment that defined the fight. A perfectly timed left hook landed cleanly, followed by a thunderous right hand that sent Maloney crashing to the canvas. The knockout was inevitable. Inoue had studied the rhythm of his opponent, waited for the opening, and when it appeared, he struck with devastating precision. Another challenger had fallen to the Monster. The following year brought another test when Inoue defended his titles against Michael Das Marinas in Las Vegas. Das Marinas arrived with a respectable record and a reputation for toughness, but from the opening moments it became obvious that he was dealing with something extraordinary. Inoue's footwork cut off the ring effortlessly, forcing the challenger into uncomfortable angles. His jabs snapped forward like a whip, setting up vicious body attacks that echoed through the arena. The turning point came when Inoue drove a brutal hook into the challenger's liver, a shot so precise and powerful that it froze Das Marinas where he stood before sending him collapsing to the floor. Body shots are among the cruelest weapons in boxing, and Inoue wields them like a master craftsman. After the first knockdown, he hunted the same target relentlessly. Every movement seemed designed to reopen the wound. Another crushing shot to the midsection followed, and then another. By the third round, the damage was unbearable. Das Marinas dropped again, his body refusing to continue the fight, and the referee waved it off. Inoue had dismantled a mandatory challenger in just 3 rounds, proving once again that his dominance wasn't limited to headhunting knockouts. He could break opponents down piece by piece. But perhaps the most fascinating chapter in Inoue's career came through his rivalry with Filipino legend Nonito Donaire. Their first encounter had been a brutal war, a 12-round battle that tested both fighters to their limits. Donaire's experience and power forced Inoue to dig deeper than ever before, and although Inoue emerged victorious, the fight earned universal respect for both men. Years later, they met again, and this time the atmosphere felt different. It wasn't simply a rematch, it was a statement. From the opening bell of their second fight, Inoue fought with a sense of urgency that left the crowd stunned. A sudden right hand dropped Donaire in the very first round, a reminder that even the toughest veterans can be shaken by the Monster's power. Inoue sensed the moment instantly. In the second round, he unleashed a barrage of hooks and straight punches, battering the legend with ruthless efficiency. Another left hook sent Donaire crashing down, and this time the fight was finished. In just 2 rounds, Inoue had erased any doubt about his supremacy at bantamweight. Yet conquering one division was not enough. Inoue soon moved up to challenge Stephen Fulton, a highly respected champion known for his technical skill and ring intelligence.
Many analysts believed Fulton's size and strategy might finally slow the monster down. Instead, the fight revealed just how adaptable Inoue truly was. From the first rounds, he disrupted his punches, slicing through the guard and gradually wearing down the American champion. By the middle rounds, Fulton's nose was bloodied and his confidence fading. Inoue's combinations were arriving faster and heavier, each one snapping the champion's head back. Then, in the 8th round, a devastating right hand landed flush, sending Fulton crashing to the canvas. When he rose, the monster was already closing in. Another relentless flurry forced the referee to step in and stop the fight. With that victory, Inoue became a 4-division champion and confirmed what many already believed: he was one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet. The destruction continued when he faced Marlon Tapales for undisputed glory at super bantamweight. Tapales was tough, determined, and surprisingly resilient, absorbing heavy punishment while searching for counters. But Inoue's patience once again proved decisive. After several rounds of calculated pressure, he unleashed a crushing right hand that finally broke through the guard and sent Tapales down. The knockout sealed Inoue's place in history as the undisputed champion of another division. And still, the monster was not finished. In 2024, he faced the dangerous Mexican puncher Luis Nery in Tokyo. Shockingly, Nery managed to drop Inoue early in the fight, sending a ripple of disbelief through the crowd. For a brief moment, it seemed as though the monster had finally been wounded. But what followed demonstrated why Inoue is so feared. Instead of panicking, he adjusted instantly. His defense tightened, his timing sharpened, and his counterpunching became lethal. Round by round, he reclaimed control, battering Nery with crisp combinations and punishing body shots. Then came the finishing sequence. A thunderous right hand staggered the challenger, followed by a brutal flurry that sent him collapsing to the canvas. The arena erupted as the referee counted him out. Inoue had turned adversity into another highlight reel knockout, reinforcing the terrifying truth that even when hurt, he becomes more dangerous. That is the essence of Naoya Inoue's legacy. It isn't just the knockouts, though there are many. It's the precision, the intelligence, and the relentless pressure that slowly suffocates every opponent who dares to stand in front of him. Fighters arrive confident and leave humbled. Champions step into the ring believing they belong at his level, only to discover that the monster operates on an entirely different plane. And now, the question hangs over the sport like a storm cloud. Who can possibly stop him? Can anyone survive the combination of speed, power, and tactical brilliance that defines Naoya Inoue's style? Or will the monster continue his march through boxing history, leaving nothing but fallen challengers behind him? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the terrifying dominance of Naoya Inoue, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more dramatic boxing breakdowns and legendary fight stories. And tell us in the comments, who do you think has the best chance of challenging the monster next? Could anyone in the current era truly defeat him? Or are we witnessing the reign of an unstoppable force in boxing history?